Women who love Chris Brown are some of God's greatest mistakes. No, I'm sorry. I am so sorry. And hear me out, because I have proof.
Show me the receipts.
Look here, I don't give a you like Chris Brown. Let me just be clear about that. I am not somebody who's run around saying, oh, Chris Brown ain't talented, or he can't sing, his songs ain't good, his music ain't this. No.
Okay.
No, I don't say that. No. I think Chris Brown is somebody who, let me make these general statements before I get into what we need to get into today. Let me give y'all what I genuinely feel about Chris Brown and all I feel about Chris Brown. First of all, I am a defense attorney and an abolitionist. So I am not somebody who is of the mind that if a man or anybody committed harm or did harmful things or horrible things, that means that they're irredeemable people who should be stoned for the rest of their life, or that there's nothing they can do to make up for it, or that nobody should support them, or that they shouldn't have community, or nobody should be their friend, or any of those things. I don't have that general thought process. What I do have a problem with is when somebody is abusive, or somebody who commits a lot of harm, or is a perpetual abuser or harm doer, and people who like them because they want to like them, and we live in a society where what you like and what you consume, people will take to be a reflection of your own values and morals. Because they feel defensive about that, it's not sufficient enough for them to say, hey, Chris Brown appears to be an abusive person, or a person with serious issues, or a person who does a bunch of harm, but I like his music, and that's where it ends for me. I don't care about him as a person or whatever. I like his music. No. They need to tell you that Chris Brown is an angel who's being lied on, who there's a big conspiracy to stand against, when that's not true. They like to paint this narrative that Chris Brown is somebody who, when he was 19 years old in 2009, he was abusive one time to Rihanna, and since then has been a model citizen, that people just continue to try to hold his mistakes of his 19-year-old self against him. But that is not true. And we're not gonna get into all of that, because there is a video right on the channel called Y'all Hate Abusers, and I'm sick of it, that you can watch for a comprehensive rundown of all the different allegations against Chris Brown throughout his career, and you could go decide what you wanna do with it. That's how I feel about that. That doesn't mean that I think that Chris Brown is untalented. That doesn't mean that I feel the need to pretend that he is or isn't, or anything like that. It does mean I don't really go check out Chris Brown projects or anything like that necessarily. You know, I think the last Chris Brown project that I straight up heard, listened to, was Heartbreak on a Full Moon, right? And then No Guidance, and that's not even a project, just as a single, right? No Guidance was a bop, but can't say it's not. My problem with bitches who love Chris Brown, when you think of the worst kinds of women, true harbingers of misogyny, foot soldiers for misogyny, you're picturing with Chris Brown 5. And let me tell you, there's lots of different examples of it, but I only need one today. I only need to show y'all what led me to say, I have something I need to get off my mother chest. Let me read this to y'all. So I saw a post. This is a post on Hollywood Unlocked. It says, Diamond Brown, that is one of Chris Brown's baby mothers, if you don't know. And I wouldn't blame you for not knowing, because why would you? Diamond Brown calls Chris Brown an IG dad and shares alleged text messages between each other. And then I'll read you the conversation that she shares, the screenshot between her and Chris Brown, what she says and what he says, but I'm also first going to read to you the message that she put out to the public when she put all this out. She said, I stay in my lane. Let's be clear. I don't bother people, compete with people, or move off jealousy, bitterness, or weird energy. I stay in my lane, focus on myself, and genuinely be minding my own business. But one thing people need to stop doing is throwing rocks, then hiding their hands when somebody finally reacts. A lot of y'all know exactly what y'all be doing. The slick comments, the fake support, the passive aggressive behavior, the weird energy behind closed doors, the subtle disrespect, the boundary crossing, the secret competition, the playing dumb after provoking somebody over and over. Then when that person finally snaps, now they're crazy, dramatic, or the problem. Be for real. People love acting innocent after they created the tension. Y'all will test somebody, play in their face, disrespect them quietly, then act shocked when the energy gets returned. No, you don't get to poke at people repeatedly, then cry victim when they stop allowing it. I don't throw the first stone, but I will throw one back, and that don't make me toxic, messy, or hateful. It means I'm human. I'm not finna let people play with me like I'm weak, respectfully. And obviously, the y'all she's referring to in this is Chris Brown ass. But before we get deeper into the video, y'all know I finally launched merch, right? Okay, that's right. The Illuminativerse finally has merch so you can rep your favorite channel. Okay, that's right. Whether you're an Illuminati pop girl like myself, an Olay and chill enthusiast like my baby sister, an Olay and friends stan like all my friends, or somebody who locks in for a 2-hour Illuminati production, we've got something for you. We've got mugs, shirts, and hats. It's all very cute because Cartoon Me is adorable. Shout out to Terrific Tariq for being the man behind her. And to my pop watchers in particular, please notice you wore me down and I finally gave y'all the shoot me with your big gun merch y'all kept begging me for. But it's a mug. Y'all are not getting a shirt because I made one. I'm wearing it. And I want y'all to know, shoot me with your big gun on a shirt feel like target practice, and y'all ain't gonna say that I send y'all out there like that. But I genuinely love my merch, not just because it's mine, but because I ordered everything myself before showing it to y'all, so I can make sure the quality was good, because I can't have y'all spending y'all hard-earned money on garbage. Which is why I'm pleased to report that I now have a cupboard full of beautiful glossy mugs and a drawer full of the comfiest Illuminati shirts. So if you've ever wanted to support the channel or rep your favorite corner of the Illuminativerse, or just walk around with my cartoon face on your chest, check out the merch store linked in the description below, or go to Illuminati-shop.fourthwall.com, or use the QR code on your screen to make sure you get your Illuminati merch today. That's Illuminati-shop.fourthwall.com, or click the link in the description below, or use the QR code on screen to run me your money today. Now let's get back to the video. So then she posts, this what she sent this man, and I'm gonna read to y'all what she sent this man and what he responded, and then what the bird bitches who support him had to say. She sends Chris Brown an iMessage, and you can see where she have him blocked now on iMessage. But she sends him a text that says, "You need to stop overstepping. You do not control me, and you do not get a say in my personal relationships. We are not together and haven't been for almost 2 years. You have your own life and responsibilities, including a baby on the way. Focus on that. The only relationship we have is as co-parents. That's it. I've made that clear multiple times, and I need you to respect it. If you're concerned about our daughter, she is safe and only around my family. That is handled. What you should be focused on is consistently showing up for your children. Moving forward, keep communication strictly about co-parenting, nothing else." This responds to that message. "You hate me, but whenever you want me, I'm here. Yo ass always turn me on, so stop being a bitch to me." The only thing nuttier than that reply is the nut shit I saw when I clicked view all comments.
Oh my God.
Oh my, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I read these comments and like, I think I lost faith in them. These bitches, these Chris Brown groupie bitches saw that comment section and this is what they said. These are the top comments. This is not me comment picking. This isn't me picking out, fishing out the pick me bird bitches. No, 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 no. These is comments after comments after comments, top comments on that post. Bitches read that shit and said, the first top comment, "Give me his number. I'll get everything straightened out." Next one, "That response would have had me bent over real quick." If I say what I want to say, they will demonetize me. If I say what I want, a man, what, by the way, she is saying that this is a deadbeat to his children. That is what she didn't read between the lines. Don't take care of his child, have more children on the way, is harassing her. She is sending this man a letter to say, "You are harassing me. I just want to co-parent. Please leave it at that." And his response is, "All you talking about, you was make me horny. So stop being a bitch." And this bitch, that response would have had me bent over real quick. Are you stupid?
Oh my God, bro.
Oh, hell no, man.
What's wrong with those? The next one, "Girl, post the number, that thread."
Girl.
Next one, "Y'all have to start being more accountable on who you lay down with and stop coming to the internet." What the does that even mean? She have to stop being more accountable. What are you on who she? What are you talking about? What does that even mean? Accountable. What does that even mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
What does that even mean? Like, you have to be more accountable on who you lay with. What does that mean? Where's the lack of accountability? She has a baby with the man, and he's not taking care of the child, and he's also harassing her and putting out public narratives about her. What do you mean? She needs to be accountable about who she lay down. What the does that even mean? Y'all just use words, you know. Accountable has really become a buzzword that I want y'all to take it out your vocabulary. Because accountability always just seems to mean shut up, bitch, and deal with it. That's what it means. Take accountability. What the does that mean? Deal with bullshit in silence? And don't get me wrong, y'all know I think the internet is not your friend. This is proof of why the internet is your friend. But as I always say to y'all, that does not mean that I am saying that it is wrong for women to share with the internet. I am saying that this is the kind of bullshit that I expect. So I always feel for them when they do and wish they'd protect themselves. But that doesn't make them wrong to share it. What the do you mean she needs to take accountability for who she lay with? What the are you talking about? Next one. Say what you want about everything else, but I'll never be convinced that Chris ain't a good dad. You can't be, you, a bitch who don't know fucking Chris Brown from Adam, cannot be convinced by the mothers of his children who telling you he ain't a good dad, that he ain't a good dad. What the is wrong with these goofy fucking bitch?
Oh my God.
Another one. I don't know. It's giving she deleted the messages to make it seem like that was his response to that.
Are you serious right now, bro?
Another one. I don't think she realizes that we the people love Chris Brown. That's one. All his other baby mothers have no problem. Why does she? He provides for his children and loves them all. Bitch, does it not feel mentally illness when y'all swear on the parenting of people you don't know? Like, what is wrong with people? You don't know this. How the could you say he does this for his children, he loves his children? Who the you didn't know better? The bitch who have his baby or? Oh, why is she saying that he's a pain in the ass to deal with? Nobody else says that. First of all, lots of bitches say that Chris Brown is a nightmare. There's court documents. What the So y'all believe in beat the dog shit out of a bitch. Y'all believe he'll harass Karuchi for years. Y'all believe he do all this shit and he's a great father. This is just, this kind of thought process is just the extreme version of when people be like, you could be a good father and not a good husband and shit. It's like, no, that's a part of the household. That's a part of the life. The way that you treat a person's like parents and the household that you create is a part of the child, their upbringing that they have. No, you can't be a piece of shit spouse and then be a good parent to that child. No, that's just something you tell yourselves we all tell ourselves to cope with the reality of these shitty communities and societies that we're all living in. Oh my God, let me see if there was what other comments I say it for y'all. I think that's it. Because I say if I save anymore, I can kill my self. I comment and say this whole comment section is mentally ill. That's what I had to comment and say. Look here, I don't even have nothing to say. I don't even have a deep, smart analysis to give y'all. I ain't script a motherfucking thing. I don't have nothing to say. I just want y'all to know I saw that and it run me so hard. I say, we coming to talk about it. So I don't have nothing else to say to y'all other than bitches who love Chris Brown, go to hell. Okay, they're gonna I don't even have to tell them to go to hell because that's where they headed. That much I'm sure. Satan know what to do with them. And also, the next one. You see it? The next one. If you enjoyed the video you just watched, congratulations. You've officially wandered into the Illuminati-verse. Now, before you get overwhelmed, let me explain where exactly you've landed, because apparently one YouTube channel was not enough for me. If you're looking for my biggest productions, the kinds of videos that require me to disappear into a cave for 6 weeks and emerge with an existential crisis, subscribe to Illuminati, my flagship channel, where you'll find my magnum opuses like If Pretty is a Privilege, Ugly is a Curse, How This Didn't Age Well Destroyed Media Literacy, How Men Become Aziz Ansari, Why Serial Killers Aren't Monsters, and so much more. If you're here because you love television, movies, and hearing me explain why everybody misunderstood your favorite character, subscribe to Illuminati Pop, my TV and film essay channel. That's where you'll find fun deep dives on How I Met Your Mother, Sex and the City, Desperate Housewives, You, Euphoria, Insecure, Girlfriends, and more. And if you'd like to watch my videos uncensored, get early access, and support the channel directly, just join the Illuminati Pop Patreon. If you are looking for chaos and a good time, subscribe to Olay and Chill, where I unpack reality TV, TikTok drama, drama, documentaries, chaos in internet, and whatever nonsense the internet has cooked up this week. If you'd like to watch me and some of my favorite Black creators and thinkers come together to discuss the culture, subscribe to Olay and Friends. If you're looking for shorter commentary on whatever the internet is currently spiraling about or whatever's on my mind, subscribe to Illuminati Bites. If you want to watch me and my bitch Kenny JD laugh, overshare, talk a little shit, and unpack the messiness of life, love, and the internet, and whatever foolishness we watching, subscribe to Olay and Kenny. If politics is more your thing and where you know me from, subscribe to Illuminati Politics for my State of the Union like addresses on O Squared. And if music is your thing and you want to hear what I think about the latest albums and what I'm getting into, subscribe to Illuminati Extras. Subscribe to whichever corners of the Illuminati verse speak to you, or subscribe to all of them and become a full-time resident. And while you're at it, you can follow me everywhere: Instagram, TikTok, Threads, and Twitter at Illuminati. You can also follow Illuminati Pop and Olay and Chill and Olay and Friends on social media so you never miss a thing. Welcome again to the Illuminati verse. Now go look around a little bit, make yourself at home.